Hello and welcome back to Kraise Gaming Presents Vampire. We're back for episode 3. We've just reached the hospital. We're basically just going to try and find out a little bit more about what's going on. Yeah, there does seem to be, as I mentioned in the last episode, there does seem to be an awful lot of talking to people to try and get a lay of the land. But, you know, that's just fine. We need to find a cure for the guy's fatigue as well. Glass vial. I wonder if we can get water in there. Yeah, so far so good, really. As I mentioned in the beginning of the last episode, I really am trying to... okay. Yeah, I really am trying to get my character so that it uses more vampire abilities, less human weapons. So that's where I want to go. Dear Jonathan, I asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the austere decoration, but Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little before going back to my work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest and for the staff to never enter your room. You'll be able to sleep all day without being disturbed and work at night without raising suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your expenditures here at your own pace. You'll also notice there is an open window with scaffolding that will allow you to enter and exit without being noticed. Oh, that's very good of him. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this must be for you. Believe me, I have studied enough of your species to understand that you must now be facing what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured, I'll do whatever I can to help you in this ordeal. Know that you're not facing. No, you're not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you. These are dark times we are all presently facing. I hope our future collaboration will yield results. Welcome to Pembroke, my esteemed colleague. We shall talk soon. Yours sincerely, Edgar Swansea. P.S. I left a copy of some minutes concerning what I've discovered about Econ in the last few years. Please feel free to read about it with some guidance, as long as you don't use this knowledge to take advantage of me. Okay. Fair enough. I think we've already read it, actually. Well, certainly some of it. Answer the door.
I'm not one to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend.
Okay, what's the issue?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
Thank you.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Okay. Let's have a quick look in here. Nope. Now. Okay. Can't get in there though. Yeah, that's up, obviously. Now, I really want to see what that head is in the bar up there. Okay, well let's get this thing that she's after. Is there something to pick up? No. Nope, nothing in there. Bin. We got grease and screws. Okay. Okay, that's not what I'm after.
Skal voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Blimey. Already sturdy blood sample. Okay, nice. My bite hits a lot harder now. Okay. That gets back up to my room, it seems. Is this the scaffolding he was talking about? Okay.
I cannot enter.
Okay, let's find the other way then. This is where she was talking about, isn't it? Surely. Black. Nice. So 10 XP per kill. Oh. A photograph of a smiling loving couple, a few weeks written on the back. Milton and Pippa forever. Fair enough. Yep, that's it. Nothing hidden, nothing bullets. Okay. Okay, the old morgue. Is anyone around? No. Another glass vial. That's fine. There's blood. Glass vials are plenty in this place, clearly. What I do want to do is see what it's, you know, get the healing. Okay, so that's the way out. I tried to get in that way and it wouldn't let me. But that is definitely the way out. That's where I came in. Okay, so it's only a small little building. Shillings. Not had a use for them so far, but it's early days yet, I suppose. Nope, there's nothing else around. Fine.
It's locked.
Yeah, that's a shame. It'd be cool to go down there. Yeah.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Cigarette case. Look at the blood everywhere. Blimey. Bullets.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Ah, good. Let's go and have a look at the basement. Because I was wanting to go down there. I have to say, I do like the, now that all the abilities are starting to come together.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Yep. Because we need some of that to complete the fatigue quest for that bloke with the sore throat. Very rich blood sample. Okay. Can't get in there, that's fine. Oh, we've got a teleporter. Where did he go? Let's wait for those two to be together if we can. This one's been a bit stubborn.
These skals feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
What are they after? Phosphorus tartrate and very sturdy blood sample. Same again. Bullets. You know what I am going to do? Just realised I'm not actually using the... That's better. That's much better. Okay. Yeah, that blade wasn't doing it for me, I'm not going to lie. Yep, that's much easier. Yep, the bludgeon has definitely made things a tad bit easier. Good, okay. Let's have a look at that other room first. Who are you? Okay. Local investigations. A new citizen investigation is available. Okay. Citizen investigations are displayed here, categorized by district. So you can start a new citizen quest by tracking it. Fine, okay. Find out who's spying on her. Okay, we can do that. We'll track that. No, actually, we'll track that one because I'm interested in her. Okay, so Office of Hospital, Office of Pembroke Hospital Medical Examiner, Samuel Connor, Caucasian male, 39, cause of death, fast progressing pneumonia by virus-induced pulmonary consolidation, Spanish influenza. So Dr. Corker and Tibbets, Gwyneth Barron. Okay.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
So someone that's unknown.
The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
Can we reopen it?
A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
It wasn't that guy that...
Tippett has made an egregious error.
Okay.
It's time we talked.
Western knife. You've acquired a new type of offhand weapon. Directly absorbs blood. I prefer the stake for now. But you do get, it seems that you do get lots of weapons to kind of change your play style, which is great. Yeah, I've been here. Good, okay. Nope, you can't batter them open.
It's locked, all right.
Whoa. Whoa, this guy's... Got him. Whew.
These skals can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient
Okay,
in
well,
proper dosage.
That was the hardest enemy that we've come across so far. He actually really took me by surprise. Got to remember to lock on to enemies, because that's the bit that I'm forgetting at the moment. Very rich blood, an enigmatic formula. Okay. There's nothing else around. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, crafting. You have enough components to craft a medicine. Fine. This formula written on a piece of paper seems complex and needs to be analysed. Fine. Oh, we got loads. Okay. Very rich blood sample. That gives us light blood serum. Okay. So, could cure colds, bronchitis, pneumonia, sepsis, anemia, and fatigue. But we need quinine. I wonder where we get that from. We can upgrade this. Increase stun or enhance handling. Increase stun. Good. Don't think it can be upgraded any further, which is a bit of a shame. What about you? No, common handle parts. That's what we need for that. Okay, so we still can't get the drug that I want. But let's go back to the nurse and complete the quest. We do have 970... Ha! That'll do. Okay, yeah, we'll go back to the nurse, hand that quest in. Whoa! Okay, we need to retreat slightly. Let's heal up. Okay. See, healing up uses more blood, and the more blood you use, obviously the more, oh, we got another watch. Okay. Yeah, the more blood you use, the thirstier you become, and then, yeah, you need to go start killing people, which I want to try and avoid for now. At least until my next playthrough. If you're not strong enough, remember that the blood of citizens is the fastest way to evolve. Okay, so yeah, fair enough. Find some quinine. Yeah, I'd love to. Oh wait, it says there's something here. Upstairs. I heard someone, there you go. Quinine. And I heard someone, teleport. Craft the treatment for fatigue. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. We'll go back to my room. Gotta do it there. Yeah, we've been in there, that's fine. Okay, so we've got everything we need. Okay. Let's craft what we need to craft, and then we'll go downstairs and kind of... Yeah, we need an awful lot of quinine, but that's fine. Need to find that nurse as well. Who's this guy? There's the nurse.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
Oh
I
wait,
don't
it's
think
another
we've been
nurse.
introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Okay. Nothing there.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients.
Whoops. Damn.
How would you describe...
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
You've
I
just
wish
got
I
to
could
survive it.
believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Okay, so how's the
How
staff
is the
coping?
Pembroke staff
Probably not very well, I
coping
would
with the
imagine.
epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Okay.
Why does Milton
He was
dislike
the one in the
doctors?
photo.
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Okay, nothing else for her.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, sir.
God, he's been badly
Can I help
burnt.
you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How close are you to Miss HAWCROFT? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
Huh, she just wants to eat you, mate.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be
It
bad.
seems much more fun than the real one.
Yeah, I agree.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
None taken. And you're absolutely right.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Okay. let's go talk to...
Good evening, Miss HOWCROFT. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
It's alright, I have some.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Would you
Okay.
say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Yeah, she keeps saying that far too often. Okay. Yep, we're done here.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Lost its effect on me. But the suffering continues.
You.
I'm quite busy right now.
Ah,
Dr.
not you.
Reed.
I was trying to find the other one actually. Okay, yeah, nothing for you.
Thank you for your...
Who are you?
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am THOREAU Strickland, Dr. THOREAU Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Okay, let's try this
Please,
first.
could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Yep, absolutely.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Yeah, absolutely.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
No, indeed not.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. ACKROYD had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's
Indeed.
just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr.
As with a lot of
ACKROYD is as
doctors.
proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Okay.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey FIDOICK is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Why
Fair
not
question.
both?
I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. FIDOICK's story.
Tell me Mr. FIDOICK's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. FIDOICK lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
This personal involvement could also appear to be
Okay, let's
a
just
lack
open it up for
of
Mr. FIDOICK.
impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. ACKROYD's behavior, a man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
Yes.
All I know is that I'm
Yes,
taking
I
care
do.
of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Okay, I think that's it for him. Let's go and talk
Goodbye,
to the
Dr.
nurse. Complete the quest first. And then we'll go and talk to the
Finally,
boy.
you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, I did.
nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls? When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Diseases. Diseases decrease the blood quality of a citizen. Use the correct medicine to heal them. Speak to the patient in the room behind Dorothy to check his medical status. Okay, fine.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Mr. GOSWICK. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Okay, they're all out.
How painful is your throat, Mr. GOSWICK?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Fine.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Okay, so let's talk to her.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Nothing there. Nothing there.
Goodbye, Mrs. GOSWICK.
Okay. Let's talk to this guy, because we've just opened up something for him.
Reads me like a book.
Good evening, Mr. FIDOICK.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Yes.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. FIDOICK. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this
Okay,
place,
so
I
there's
should
nothing
consider
new
myself
apart from
lucky,
that.
I
Okay,
guess.
fine.
Goodbye for now, Mr. FIDOICK. I'll see you later.
Reads me like
okay.
a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting low on blood. I need to sort that out fairly soon.
With you at our side, Dr. I know that Pembroke will prevail and survive this epidemic.
Don't know him yet, but that's those two. So it's on this floor. Someone is spying on Thelma, and it's around here somewhere. It's not in there, that's for sure. Okay, let's go and level up. Oh, okay, so it's just here. Screws and lead stick. Okay. Let's see if we can craft anything else. No common handle parts we need. Oh yeah. How many powder and shards? Seem to have plenty of all of them, so we'll save that for now. Right, let's see. What do we want to do? We've got quite a lot of XP now. We could do with more health. Okay. And I want the claws. Okay. Close range attack that will cut through creatures in front of you. That's 2,000 for that one. Blimey. Okay. Confirm. So we've got more health and claws, so we don't need... We need to talk to him. 6,000 XP for eating him. Okay. Okay. And that's it for now. Okay, people, thank you very much for joining me. Please do join me on the next episode, and we'll carry on. I am enjoying the game so far. I think it's pretty good. There is an awful lot of investigating, talking to people again, but a nice mix of combat as well. So please do join me for the next one. Have a good day now. Take care.